Everybody, and welcome to Chapter 3. This is going to be your first flipped instruction lesson. If you haven't already watched the tutorial on how to use the flipped instruction, then I would go back and watch that. It's linked as a flipped instruction intro in files. Otherwise, let's continue. So, this is the textbook. You've probably used it before. I will occasionally link things to this. I will be using primarily these questions, but the questions are set up for groups, so they often give you a lot of problems, or they set it up a little harder than it needs to be. So what I've done is I've gone through and individualized it, so it's easier, there are less problems to do, and it's more of just practice and getting you guys to see the ideas. I do like the textbook. There are a lot of really great connections to be built in the way they do things that I just can't replicate myself. So there will be some problems and lessons that I just teach you because I don't like the way the textbook does it. In some ways, I use the textbook because I like how they did it. Today, though, you are working on patterns. So the emphasis of Chapter 3 is patterns, graphs, and equations. And we're going to put them all together in Chapter 4. So what I want to show you guys today is 3 examples to kind of get you guys thinking about patterns before I let you go on this lesson. So we're going to draw on these. What do you guys say to a glitter pen? I love glitter. Okay, so we have our pattern number 1. Let's say this is pattern figure 2, figure 3, and figure 4. And when we say figure, we just mean that tile pattern is a figure. That's what we call it. It's like a picture, but we call it a figure. So when we say figure 1, 2, 3, and 4, what we mean is tile pattern 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Okay, so we're going to have figure 2. Oh, it's cutting out my 2. Okay. 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to try to find figure 1 and figure 5, which is what I'm about to ask you to do on 2 patterns by yourself. So the first thing we have to do is we have to discover what is the pattern. So if we look at this first one has 5 blocks, right? Okay. And the next one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I think I counted that wrong. There's 9. There's 9. 9 blocks, right? Right here is the original that we started with, right? And then I added 4 blocks to the outside. So if we look at this one again, this is figure 2, this is figure 3, and then the outside is figure 4. Okay, so it looks like we're just adding 4 blocks to the outsides. So figure 1, we'd have to go back to figure 2 here. Okay. We're going to get rid of the 4 blocks because we basically have to work backwards, right? Figure 5, I don't have enough room to draw, sorry. But what I would do is I would add another block onto each of these, and that would be figure 5. Okay. Figure 1, though, we have to work backwards. So if I add 4 blocks each time, I need to take away 4 blocks. So I'm going to scribble out these 4 here. And what do I have left? I have left 1 block. That's it. Figure 1 is just 1 block. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say that, yeah, we can do it. Let's say that this one is figure 2, figure 3, and figure 4. Okay, and I want to find figure 1 and figure 5. So first of all, let's figure out what we're adding. So this is our starting at figure 2. And it looks like I've added 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So take a moment, pause the video. Do you agree with me? Okay, hopefully you had time to look at the patterns. If you see that if we take out these blocks here, we have figure 2. So it looks like we're just adding 1 to the top, 1 to the side, and 1 diagonally. So we're going to grow kind of in 3 different directions, right? So if we look at figure 4, following that pattern, then I should have, that should be my figure 5. There, I just add a block to the top, to the side, and diagonally up. So going back to figure 2, to find figure 1, we'd have to take out a block going up, take out a block going to the side, and take out one block going diagonally, which would leave us with a 2 by 2 square. Okay? So let's do one more. I think I need to increase this a little bit. Okay, let's make this guy a little bigger. Oh, not that big though. That's not what I want. Okay, there we go. Let's go back and draw. So this one's labeled for me. This is pattern A, it says, and I have figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. So we already have figure 1, so we don't have to do that. But let's see if we can try to figure out what figure 4 would look like. Okay, I think I have enough room to draw that. So figure 1 is where we're starting, right? I have 1 block in the middle and 4 on the outside. Go to figure 2. Now I have 4 blocks in the middle and 4 on the outside. So the outside haven't changed, but the middle has. And it looks like I've just added 1 up, 1 to diagonal, and 1 to the side. Let's test that out. So this here is figure 2, okay? And it looks like I've added this L. So it's really important when we start working with tile patterns, you try to draw at least 3, because it looks like what I'm doing is I'm doing that here, right? 1 up, 1 diagonal, and 1 to the side. When in reality, I'm just adding a little L here. Okay, I'm just making my square bigger. So I had a 1 by 1, a 2 by 2. So I had a 1 by 1 here, a 2 by 2 here, and a 3 by 3 here. So real fast, I want you to pause the video. Don't do it until I ask the question though. You're going to pause the video. I want you to think about, what do the dimensions have to do with the figure number? So pause the video. Okay, are you back? Have you figured it out? If this is a 1 by 1, 1 by 1, and this is a 2 by 2, and this is a 3 by 3, then what should my figure 4 be? That's a good question, isn't it? If you said that my figure 4 should be a 4 by 4, you are correct. So excuse my horrible drawing skills I'm about to display to you. I need a 4 by 4. Okay, so that's 4 across, that's 4 down. And then to finish up my pattern, I need to add these 4 little blocks on the sides. Okay, and that would be figure 4. Something you can notice, and you'll notice it today, most of these patterns have something to do with what the figure number is. So keep that in mind while you're looking at things today. Okay, that is how you do a pattern. Now, I do also include tables today for you guys to look at. I think you can do them. They're just like opposites and shapes. But if you have any questions, either post a question into Teams and somebody, one of your peers or myself, will ask a question. Or if you're doing this in class, then just ask me a question and I'll come over and I will totally help you. Okay. Good luck. Make sure you watch the end video because I got some tips and tricks for you that you may not have picked up during the lesson. Bye.